It all started on the first day of uni in the very first lecture where we were introduced to the concepts of information system and data flow diagrams. We had the opportunity to try it out in order to familiarize ourselves with it. We all found it very interesting and useful. On the first practical session, we met our groups and we were introduced to the coursework. We had to figure out how the Amazon delivery system works and apply it on a data flow diagram, which was being improved with the development of the coursework.
Our first task was creating a DFD for the Amazon delivery system. It seemed like a simple task, but when we began working on it, we realized that it wasn't going to be very easy. There were several factors that we had to keep in mind, such as how to create a DFD, the different notations, and the different requirements for them. We created our first 4 DFDs in week 1, and went back to Daniela and the TAs for feedback about each of the DFDs. We got the feedback, and using the feedback, we constantly tried to improve and better our DFDs. Eventually, we did realize that all DFDs will be different and there's no one perfect answer. So we tried ensuring that our DFD completed all the requirements that were stated in our brief. Just before reading week, we were given the task of creating a manager dashboard for the DFD. So we went to the MIS and created the manager entity, and he would receive a generate reports from the driver database every time a driver's activities were updated. This could be real time, this could be once a week, or this could be once a day, depending on his requirements of the DFD.
In order to conduct a BMP stakeholder analysis, we first identified the main stakeholders of the Amazon delivery system through a brainstorm session, and they were then divided up into internal or external stakeholders. Their main interest, power, and influence over the delivery system was also identified in order to allow stakeholders to be separated into clearly identifiable groups of people with similar interests. A power and interest matrix was then created, and stakeholders were classified according to their power over the delivery system and their interests in it. And this matrix included 4 main sections: people with high power and high interest over the delivery system, and they were classified as the key players because they require the most attention and their needs must be satisfied first. Stakeholders with high power but low interest will need to be kept satisfied as they have the power to heavily influence the delivery system both positively and negatively. Whereas stakeholders with high interest but low power, such as shareholders and creditors, will need to be kept informed to make sure no major or potential issues arise. Finally, stakeholders with low interest and low power would require minimal effort but should still be monitored.
The next task we had to work on was to create a prototype about the driver's app. Before starting the prototype, we needed to be sure that the task is clear, so we cannot struggle when creating the actual prototype. This is why we first did the mock-up. By using an online platform, we created the system that the drivers had to use in order to interact with the delivery system. We had to understand the different requirements in order to create the wireframe, and after that, we did the prototype.
So, we had a reading week. That was fun. No doubt we all got drunk. Don't really know what to say about that. Then we get to move on to the fact that we had a team of 5. That became quickly a team of 4. Because we lost someone. Oh, no, not in that way. He just left. He just kind of disappeared. Not even sure he's still on the course. Shout out to your boy Nick. Didn't say a word for the whole, 8, 9, 10 weeks. Disappeared out the group chat on the 7th week like nothing happened. You know how we do. Then we move on to the BPNMs. Those were pretty fun, I guess. I mean, they weren't very fun, but hey, Georgie was cool. He put together a big diagram that kind of showed all of them connected, and then we took little parts of that diagram and expanded on them. I did mine in about an hour. So yeah, that just kind of just shows the amount of effort I put in. No, I put in a lot of effort, don't get me wrong, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, once we did the BPNMs, now we're just kind of here with the video, presenting it to you now. Or rather, we presented it, and then your guys are watching it now. So yeah, cool. Good stuff. Fun times. Stop watching the video now. The video is over. This also took quite a lot of tries. Okay, yeah, this is awkward. Bye-bye.